wasn't seminal fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout.
The images are there.
Diddy 5. Hashtag no Diddy.
Hashtag no Diddy.
But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters and
Justin Bieber had a post the other day on his Instagram talking about all the drugs that he did when he was younger and how much it fucked him up. And now he's got a relationship with the Lord and he's got, he's married and he's trying to be a normal person.
Yeah.
But he's struggling with the fact that he was insanely famous when he was a kid.
Yeah. That's not something I would, I like seeing people become successful, but that's not something I would wish on somebody.
No.
The you of then was on a path of self-destruction.
oh, for sure. Yeah, I would have for sure, 100%. Yeah, it would have been no bueno. It was bad. I don't know if I'd be alive for sure. It was dark. So I'm very, very grateful to have influences in my life that have played a huge part in me seeing their relationship with Jesus and their relationship with their wives and their relationship with their kids and saying that's what I want. But I want to definitely tell my story so that if that resonates to anybody, that they can hopefully...
You know, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, he could buy you one also while you're out.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house. And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Something...
What's going on with you guys? Are you working together?
I'm not. I mean, I think that we become friends in a strange way,
It's like Robin Big.
Yeah, it's like exactly.
I'm big and you're Robin.
Yeah. No, I mean, to a lot of us, he's like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to call and ask for advice. He's somebody that, in the industry-wise, the record industry is a strong family, and he's somebody that, we definitely have our arms around, and we want to protect him because he's such genuinely a nice person besides his talent. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest kids that you could ever know.
And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me.
Because I think if a victim comes out against Usher, it'll show how egregious this shit is. Because if he can be a predator, then anybody can be a predator.
Can't smile in your face the whole time.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, people look at Usher, they don't see that. They're not seeing the victim. They're not seeing that boy that got rushed to the hospital. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute. And his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that.
The footage is real, it's raw, and it changes everything. A leaked video from one of Diddy's most infamous private parties has just been made public, and it's already sending shockwaves through the entertainment world. But this isn't just another celebrity scandal. This is a career-ending revelation because the faces in the footage aren't just random partygoers. They're Diddy, Usher, and a young Justin Bieber. And what the video shows, it's disturbing, it's deliberate, it's exactly what whistleblowers have been warning about for years. Now there's no more doubt, no more hiding, and no more excuses. The footage is over 10 years old, but it's only just surfaced, leaked from a secure archive during a legal discovery process. What it captures is a private gathering at one of Diddy's estates, complete with a labyrinth-like hallway system, coded language on radios, and the twisted choreography of an environment built for control. And at the center of it all, Usher and Diddy guiding a teenage Bieber through it like it's a rite of passage. You can see it clearly. Diddy walks Bieber through a hallway dimly lit with pulsing red lights, speaking into a radio as two staff members nod. Usher follows closely behind, laughing, but the tension is undeniable. It's not a party, it's something else, something calculated. In the background, you hear the phrase that's haunted previous lawsuits, heartbeat reset. It crackles through a staff member's radio as Bieber hesitates in front of a closed door. Diddy turns to him, pats him on the shoulder, and nods. This isn't mentorship. This isn't friendship. This is grooming, caught on camera. Usher, long celebrated for his smooth persona and platinum albums, is seen clearly in the video. He's not a bystander, he's participating, guiding, laughing, assisting, and that's what makes this so chilling, because for years, rumors swirled about how Usher was like a big brother to Bieber. Now that narrative is shattering because big brothers don't walk kids into rooms they can't walk out of. And Diddy? His calm, quiet command of the room is more terrifying than any tantrum. He doesn't need to yell. Everyone around him already knows their role, so the staff move like clockwork. The lighting dims, the hallway seals, and the cameras, at least the official ones, shut off. But this footage wasn't from a mounted wall camera. It was from a handheld device hidden in plain sight. For years, Diddy's lawyers claimed there was no evidence. That the parties were just that, parties. That anyone who spoke out was just bitter or chasing a payday. But now there's proof. Video proof, audio proof. Faces, voices, movements, time-stamped and verified. And the most damning part, Justin Bieber looks terrified. He's trying to act cool, he smiles, he nods, but his body language betrays him. He fidgets, he hesitates. His eyes dart between Diddy and Usher, and when the door opens, he steps in, but only after Usher gently nudges him forward. That single moment has become the focal point of a growing storm. It's no longer just about Diddy's crimes, it's about Usher's complicity. Legal experts say the footage could spark a new round of civil and criminal investigations. And already, advocacy groups are calling for Usher to be subpoenaed because if what we're seeing is what it looks like, there are serious questions that need to be answered under oath. The footage has already been reviewed by federal investigators. According to a court memo leaked shortly after the video dropped, authorities have confirmed that the location, time codes, and guest lists match existing testimony from former staff members. This wasn't a one-off. This wasn't an accident. This was a system, and Diddy ran it like a general. Staff members in the footage speak in code, radios buzz with strange phrases, stage set, heartbeat reset, refresh complete. These aren't party terms, these are operational commands, each one tied to a door opening, a guest moving, or a camera shutting down. At one point in the footage, a staffer approaches Diddy and whispers something inaudible. Diddy nods. Seconds later, lights flicker, a hallway clears, and a new group of guests enters from the side. It's like watching a sick, real-life performance. And at the center of it is a teenager caught in the middle, Justin Bieber. He was just a kid. But Diddy and Usher, grown men, influential men. And what they did, what this footage shows, is exploitation masked as mentorship. And now that the world has seen it, there's no unseeing it. The fallout has been swift. Sponsors are cutting ties. Talk shows are canceling appearances. Music platforms are quietly removing Diddy's curated playlists, and whispers around Usher's legacy tour are growing louder because it's not just about Diddy anymore. It's about everyone who helped him, everyone who stood by while he pulled the strings. And Usher, he's front and center in the frame. For years, Usher has tried to walk the line between superstardom and silence. He's danced around the Diddy allegations, offered vague support, and said little. But now with this footage out, silence isn't an option. The public wants answers, and they want them now. Already civil attorneys representing past accusers are preparing to subpoena the footage. They say it corroborates stories they've been trying to prove for over a decade. One lawyer told reporters, "This video confirms what our clients have said for years, that these weren't parties, they were operations, and Usher wasn't just a guest, he was involved." And Diddy? His empire is in free fall. Courtrooms are swarming with subpoenas. Federal agents are combing through decades of emails and party rosters, and now the footage is being integrated into the prosecution's primary evidence catalog. That means it's going in front of a jury. Legal analysts say the clip could be the final nail. Not because it shows a single act, but because it shows the system behind the acts, the preparation, the hierarchy, the language. It turns accusations into confirmation. And Justin Bieber, his silence is speaking volumes. His team has confirmed he submitted the video voluntarily, that he authenticated it, that he didn't want to hold back anymore. And for many, that changes everything. It shows courage. It shows remorse. It shows that even someone trapped in the system can still choose to burn it down. But Usher, he hasn't said a word. No apology, no denial, no statement, just silence. And silence in moments like this screams guilt. The entertainment industry is scrambling. PR teams are working overtime. But no spin doctor in the world can explain away what the footage shows. Not when it's this clear, not when it's this damning. Because there's no context that makes ushering a teenage pop star into a dark hallway behind closed doors okay. There's no explanation for coded radio phrases, timed lighting, and staff escorts. There's only one conclusion. They thought they'd never get caught, but now the cameras are rolling, the truth is out, and the walls are closing in. What we're witnessing isn't just a fall from grace, it's a collapse, a reckoning, a dismantling of an empire built on lies, manipulation, and control. And Diddy and Usher, they're at the center of it all. Because this footage doesn't just expose what they did, it exposes who they are.